girl had me supporting a man. This has to be one of the weirdest couple I've ever seen. How did Jessica Grace find that attractive? They say love is sweet, but when money enter, love is what? Sweeter. It feels so hard to watch. It feels so painful to watch. It feels cringe to watch. It's like I don't want to see this. It was given Beauty and the Beast, and Haylee, the woman, was the beast. It doesn't matter how long you've been with somebody. Like, if they're not good for you, they're not good for you. Come 10, 50, 20 years, they will still not be good for you. I was just blown, like, what? At 24, you should have some sense. He gave her 3 promise rings. Are we getting married or am I leaving your house? The things Edris said at the reunion, like, cut the cameras. Hi, my loves. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, see my beautiful face. You're welcome to the family. My name is Akuyemi Ogle, and on here I share content based on lifestyle, commentary, vlogs, advice, whatever you want. We have it all assorted here, okay? Just hop on in and join our family. Please do make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and tell everyone you know to be here. Do not forget to turn on your post notifications so you always get notified whenever a new video is uploaded. As you can see from today's title, today's video is one for the books, literally. So we're going to be reviewing the Ultimatum season 4. How many of you guys have heard of Ultimatum? I'm sure if you tune in, you definitely love reality TV shows. You love the drama, the love, all of that jazz. The reason why they're actually here, one out of the 2 partners wanted married. Like, they had an ultimatum, like, you must get married with me or this relationship is over. And of course, the other partner is hesitant about getting married. They're having cold feet, or one reason or the other why they feel like, you know, they're not ready to get married to this their partner. This is why they've all come together to this show to maybe find their perfect match, or maybe seal the deal and get married to the partner they came into the house with. So you're actually going to spend 3 weeks with your trial partner, and you're going to spend another 3 weeks with the partner you originally came into the house with. Your relationship is literally hanging by the thread, and so you just have to, you know, make the best choice for yourself, because she came to see what really, you know, aligns with you the most. If you're going to be going back with your partner, or you're going to be living with someone else's partner, or actually living with no relationship at all because you guys, you know, didn't work out. We have 6 couples that come into the villa. We're mentioning their names: Haylee and Blake, David and Cassie, Jebin and Alex. We have Killian and Ashley, Jessica Grace and Edris, and we have, last but not the least, Monica and Luke. I'm going to start with the chaotic people: Jessica Grace and Edris. This has to be one of the weirdest couple I've ever seen. One thing our partner Edris said is she was always flirting or always too friendly with the opposite sex, even though she has never cheated. And honestly, I didn't hear him say one specific thing that she did that was really like out of the lines. As women, we would have male friends, yeah, but like knowing when to draw the boundaries for me is what is important. And maybe he didn't get that from her, whatever the case is. But I just think he was doing too much on that, because there was really nothing like causing smoke for him to be that upset and angry. And I feel like his anger is more like internal than it is external. Like, some things were going on inside him. And then can we talk about how Edris is so slow? Like, he speaks so slowly. He speaks like he's always high, but like he said, he has always been like that. You know, that's how he speaks, which is very weird, because I'm like, how did Jessica Grace find that attractive? Because yes, Edris looks like, you know, someone that has a sweet face, but like, I really don't see the substance there. I really don't see, you know, the personality. So I'm just wondering how, you know, their relationship had gone for, I think they've been in a relationship for like 2 years. There was nothing to take from their relationship. There was no substance. And I just don't know how that worked well for them. Like, it's very confusing. Ended up, you know, proposing to Jessica Grace on the day of, you know, matching up with their new trial partner they've met on there. And it's crazy because to me it's like a last minute choice, an option. Like, you know, when you don't have any choice, you don't want to not be picked by anybody, and you save face. Like, he definitely used his partner Jessica Grace to save face. Monica and Luke, to be honest, I don't see anything wrong with their relationship. The only thing is, obviously, Luke is not as ambitious as Monica wants him to be, and she's an high maintenance girly. You know, she wants, you know, to do a lot of things that involves a lot of money, a lot of soft girl well living, and it's not just up to it. And I think it's okay for women and men to say, yes, you don't have what I want, and you to also say, oh, this lady doesn't have what I want. I'd rather go for somebody that is more aligned with me. But they've had so much history. They've known each other since they were 13. There was so much like connection with them. And I think that was the only missing, piece in their relationship, the financial part. And we're not going to lie, like finances really be doing a lot in a relationship. In fact, it can end a marriage. I think about maybe 50% of issues that leads to divorces is caused by finances. And we're not going to play here. Like, money is a very important part of a relationship. They say love is sweet, but when money enter, love is what? Sweet. And Monica's issue was like, he wasn't willing to look at other areas where he could, expand and, match up to her, come to her level, that she'll feel secure and assured that this man can lead, he can be there for me, he can provide for me, as she should. Everybody should say what they want from a partner, from a relationship. There was nothing crazy about Luke. I feel like he's a sweet person. I feel like, it makes her feel like a queen. He worships the ground she walks on, and that's really, really cute. I feel like he felt that he couldn't, provide for her, couldn't be the man she wanted him to be, and it was taken away from his confidence. But I'm happy, they were able to have that conversation and say what they wanted. But I was a little bit worried when Monica was paired with her trial partner, David. And David, was saying she wanted more hug, she wanted to be more physical. Like, if he was to take, a step further, an inch further, into their trial partnership, she could have actually given him the quickie. Yeah, like she could have been, let's go there. Honestly, I'm happy David didn't fall for that, because if he had fallen for that, Monica would encourage him, she would enable him, she would engage with him on that. And, it could be said like, oh, it was a mistake, it was a fling, but they could have actually done real damage in their real relationship. Maybe they didn't like fall for that temptation. Like, we are doing trial partnership, let's do as we like, let's forget about the people that are important to us, the people that we actually love and want to get married to. Because this is how people cheat and, regret it the minute it happens. Because what are you going to say? What are you going to say? And this actually started getting Cassie, David's partner, like, a little bit insecure, a little bit worried. Like, why would Monica be wanting my man to do more things? But let's look at the man. The man looks good. He looks attractive. He too, he has his own issues. He wasn't really open, and he was opening up to this new girl. You know what? I feel like women should stop blaming themselves when a man doesn't want to be open to you. I just feel like a man will do what he wants to do. A man will open up to who he wants to open to. And I'm not going to excuse the fact that, okay, maybe his partner, Cassie, didn't give him the room, the space to open up, which I think all couples should do. Like, learn to listen to your partner as much as you want them to listen to you, understand you. Learn to give it back to. I really like the way Monica and David communicated. I like that, they were very open-minded, they were expressive. I really saw growth within Monica and Luke. And I also saw growth within Luke, which is Monica's partner with Cassie. Like, they were able to speak more about, their differences, how they can better their relationship with their partner and all of that. And I think it was beautiful. They had like one of the healthiest, ways of being better for their partner. They were not trying to strengthen their own relationship. You're like, okay, where do I fall short in my previous relationship? Because that moment you become exes with your original partners, right? And I really liked, it was shown that they really wanted to grow. And they were not being sneaky, funny, mischievous like these 4 people that I'm about to talk about. Relationship was really nasty. It was unnecessarily annoying, right? It was disgusting, to say the least. I'm talking about Haylee and Blake. I'm also talking about Ashley and Killian. They were just so busy, being in their partner's new relationship business. Everybody lacked self-respect, self-boundaries. Like, it was just a lot to process. I don't even know who started it, if it was Haylee or if it was Killian. It shows how immature the four of them are. Like, it showed in so many ways. So Haylee, I really didn't like the fact that she had this controlling and authoritative way of speaking.
And I'm sitting there shaking like a fucking chihuahua. You don't think that's gonna make me feel a certain way?
Yeah. Okay. Can I?
I'm talking.
Okay.
You can be upset, but you don't need to speak down on your partner like that. Like, even if you were disrespected, I feel like if Blake had spoken to her that way, she wouldn't have liked that. And the fact that even though she was giving off this bully vibes, Blake was still really down to earth, humble, and really like, babe, I'm sorry.
Baby, I'm sorry.
I shouldn't have done this. Like, let's even say he made a mistake. Right? It's only up to you to like, but she was so dead as like military, like coded. It felt like it was being controlled in the relationship. This girl had me supporting a man. She had me actually defending a man, coming to fight for him. I feel like Blake does have a sweet personality. He might have his own flaws, which everybody has. And I don't know if they were like some really dark things it wasn't. But I remember Haylee, time to time, she would say he was a sweet partner. He was not abusive like the other people she had seen in her family deal with, their own abusive relationships. He's the one man she has dated that has made her feel loved, protected, secure.
I do need to work on. Otherwise, I could possibly lose Blake at the end of this. I struggle to know what a real healthy relationship looks like until I met you. There has been people in my family who obviously were abused, like myself and all that, and they sought out partners who did the same. And I'm so blessed and I'm so lucky that I didn't fall into that. I'm so lucky. Yeah.
It's how she just switches from saying sweet things about you to saying horrible things about you that she actually caused. Because every time I see Haylee and Blake, our original partner, sit to have a conversation, it feels so hard to watch. It feels so painful to watch. It feels cringe to watch. Like, it's like, I don't want to say this. Like, they are not just agreeing with each other. It's just hard for Blake to be himself, and it's also hard for Haylee to relax and allow Blake, speak to her, lead the conversation. Like, she's ready, like, at any point in time to pick on him, to nitpick, to just, poke him. And I feel like that was too much. Maybe they weren't showing us the part Blake too was also doing the most. But like, from what we saw so far, it was giving Beauty and the Beast, and Haylee, the woman, was the beast. But that's how it came off, really and truly. And Ashley and Killian, so like, oh my goodness, this is one of the most abusive kind of relationships I've ever seen. Ashley kind of gave off this bad brain vibes because she let Killian speak to her that way, and she claimed he's not really like that in their real relationship, which can be hard to believe. Like, you're not saying everything to us, you're omitting some things for us, girl, because every time this guy would have a argument, altercation with her, he's raising his voice, he's yelling, he's cussing at her, he's insulting her. And she's such a beautiful Barbie looking girl, like stunning girl, to be stuck with someone like that. Even though, I think they've been together for a while, like 2 years to like 5 years, I'm not sure again. And it doesn't matter how long you've been with somebody. Like, if they're not good for you, they're not good for you. Come 10, 50, 20 years, they will still not be good for you. Do you understand? Like, it was just a lot. Yeah, I know that relationships are not perfect. You would have your clashes here and there, but that was just too much. And the things Killian's friends said about Haylee, I was shocked. Like, my jaw dropped, because I'm like, how is that even normal? How is that even okay to do? Like, your friends are literally joking about, doing this thing to this girl, and saying you will change the title of the show to that horrific thing. I was just blown, like, what? Like, and I don't even want to believe Haylee would make such a thing up, because there's a point it was like, oh, she's making it up, he doesn't know why she's lying. And I'm like, why would she lie? Like, she doesn't even know you from anywhere. Like, you guys met here. Like, why would she? Except she's just some crazy person, but like, why would she do that? Like, why would she lie? Why would she tell people this thing? She told your partner, she told somebody, from her family this. Like, Killian, are you okay? Like, you really need help. So do your friends. Like, you guys are sick, disgusting guys. Things he said about her, the body shaming. I really don't understand how Ashley was with that kind of guy in the first place. Like, I'm wondering how did he even, eat on her? How did he land someone like Ashley? And it just made me feel like maybe Ashley is like a bedridden girl, those good looking girls, but like upstairs is not just connecting. I like the way pairing with Blake actually helped her to speak for herself. But come to find out, as Blake was helping her to stand for herself, speak back, let's kill her, like listen to her, set her boundaries with her boyfriend, she actually practiced the boundary thing, the standing up for yourself thing with Blake. So instead of her to put all that pressure, all that work in Killian to, stop speaking to her that way, to be better and all of that, Nayad, she was showing it to Blake because of a little issue they had, because Haylee had been saying all these things about Killian, her partner, and Blake, obviously she felt she had to defend him in some sort of way, like, oh, it's not like that. Ashley had to like defend him, like, oh, it's not like that, and all these things, like she's just surprised, blah blah blah. Like, obviously I think she was embarrassed, and then Haylee was going at it. Then Haylee's partner Blake too was going at it, telling her. So I felt like Ashley felt like a little kid that was told to stop licking the sweets, to stop doing this, don't do this, do this, sit here, stand up. She felt like controlled in a way. She felt like Haylee and her partner Blake felt they were better than them. Do you get what I mean? So I understand how she started feeling cornered. She started feeling like she was being put under that pressure to be perfect. But I like that as she eventually, stood up to Killian for the things he did to her. And she also stood up to Blake for disrespecting her. And somehow Lucky trying to manipulate her because he has been helping her to stand up for herself, to speak up for herself against what her partner was doing to her. I also don't think Blake meant bad, but that's the thing with when people advise you, when people are rushing, expect just take the advice of just be perfect, or they feel like, oh, now you have to always school you or always tell you like, oh, because you have this problem, like it's kind of manipulative too. So I understand where she was coming from. Blake was trying to use her weaknesses against her. Maybe that's why she switched up on him and almost wanted to start making him look crazy. After the trial period was over and they all got to sit at the table, I feel like she just switched up, from the way. But obviously it's from somewhere. It's a build-up of different things she was dealing with, and I get that. I feel like this 4-way relationship they had, to me, they didn't respect the process. They were communicating with each other. They were seeing each other. Like, it was just a lot. They were talking about each other, about what this person said about you. Like, they were just, gossiping about each other. So, relationship was chaotic. I don't think they learned anything from their child marriage. I feel like the only person that I think learned anything was Ashley. Ashley learned to stand up for herself thanks to Blake, and I don't know if Ashley's scared of being alone or she has that scarcity mindset of where will she find the next person. But I'm glad she stood up for herself. Jebin and Alex did not get to actually go through the trial process because Jebin was just being nasty, talking about his mom does everything for him. He wants a traditional wife. There's no problem with wanting a traditional wife, but it's the way he said it, it's the way he worded it, it's the way he was acting, as if Alex is a nobody, as if she doesn't deserve respect, she doesn't deserve love. It was so immature. And again, when you look at the age, but at 24, you should have some sense at that stage. I'm not expecting you to be the wisest guy, but at this point, I think Jebin just wants to get married to his mom. He just really needs to propose to his mom and leave the ultimatum. Because what was that? It is was saying, was it scripted? I don't even want to believe his behavior from beginning to the end was normal, was a normal human being, interaction that we witnessed. It was so immature, and I don't know how Alex has been with him for 4 years. What was the relationship like? What was, what brought them together and say they would be together for 4 years? And it just shows me like maybe Alex doesn't love herself. Maybe Alex thinks she doesn't deserve better. Like it was just messy, and they didn't even start the trial marriage because Jebin got so jealous that Alex was developing a connection with somebody else, and he couldn't just stand like she be in a trial marriage. Like he actually hated that girl. He didn't want their relationship to get better because why are you running away from a trial marriage? Like this is not even real. This is also to improve your relationship with your partner majorly, but he wasn't trusting his partner. Everything was just too messy. I don't think he should have come, neither should have Alex, but so sad. Like the girl had to be sort of, embarrassed, humiliated by a partner, and they didn't make it to even the beginning of the trial marriage. David and Cassie, I don't think they really have problems in their relationship. I feel like, Cassie just wanted David to open up more emotionally, and I feel like David is the kind of guy that he has always done things his own way. But, when you're in a relationship, you got to speak to your partner. You have to find that space to be comfortable. But I hear him, he also said, his partner didn't give him that room or provided that space for him to totally be himself. I don't think they really had much issues. I think that was, one of the things that was, being brought up so many times. And I think Cassie also did not feel like, David was trying his best to, be the best partner for her. And then he gave her 3 promise rings. Like, who gives somebody 3 promise rings? And he was like, oh, it's a promise that he would always be with her. But that's not a wedding ring. That's not a marriage. That's nothing. That's like a beautiful, nice, passionate promise a boyfriend gives to his babe. Like, okay, like you could change your mind tomorrow about how you feel, but like a marriage is like, okay, you're dead as serious about me. Like you want to marry me, you want me to be your wifey, you want me to have, your children, and you want to have a future with me. You want to have something solid, something real. And as she should, she brought his ass to the ultimatum. Like, are we getting married or am I leaving your ass? I don't really have anything bad to say about them. Like, the crazy people were just Haylee and Killian and Ashley and Blake, partially Blake. The reunion just came out, and I would say that, I'm happy that Jebin is no longer with Alex. Like, thank goodness, I'm happy for her. Jessica, Grace, and Edris were not together at the moment, but they were together. And somebody said something that, she feels like it's a kind of relationship whereby, they enjoy being humiliated in a relationship and they will still be there. They enjoy suffering in the relationship and it makes the relationship last longer. Something machism or something like that. I'll put the word. And just so sad to see that kind of thing around. So people really do go through stuff like this and they stick around with a crazy guy. Like the things Idris said at the reunion, like, cut the cameras. Like, what does it even mean? Like the things he was just saying from his mouth. Mind you, this guy is not high. So imagine if this guy is high, is out of his senses. Like imagine the worst horrific things he's going to say about his ex-partner. And I heard that they're still together. They came back together. Like, their relationship is the weirdest relationship I've ever seen on reality TV. Like, the weirdest shit ever. David and Cassie got engaged at the end of the trial partnership. I'm so happy for them. They look super good together. Like, Cassie is beautiful. She's stunning. They're gonna get married. Monica and Luke spoke, and they're going to get married. But I was a bit surprised that Vanessa Lachey and her husband, they didn't bring up, Monica wanting, more physical touch. But Monica was like, oh, I just wanted hugs. But we know that if David was more willing, more receptive, you were gonna give him more than hugs. You were gonna give him the sugar. But yeah, that was really wrapped, under the ground. And Luke, they're working towards, having a more solid relationship. Luke, he has done some certification. He has gotten, better, opportunities regarding having a job. And I'm happy for him. It shows he's a real man. He wants this woman to feel secure, to feel safe, to feel like, she can have a good, solid, stable relationship in our future by being your wife. And that's, a marriage that is going to last long. They are going to get married, and I'm just so happy for them. Ashley and Killian, of course, as I dreamt of, are no longer together, because what was that nonsense, they were doing? And obviously, like, Killian is just somehow, really, really somehow. Haylee and Blake thank God are also not together. Like, I feel like Blake deserves better and Haylee deserves better, because I just feel like maybe there were certain things she was still protecting him up, but also I felt like maybe she was just being dramatic and trying to just paint him to be this monster that is probably not. Like, it was just a lot to handle. But yeah, I'm happy that these toxic couples are no longer together, and they were definitely not meant to be together. And I'm glad this kind of show exposed them that this relationship is not working, it's not going anywhere. Talk less of a marriage, last marriage. And yeah, I'm happy that they closed the chapter and everybody has moved on to better things. Yeah, I'm happy about that. So that is my review of the Ultimatum season 4. Tell me, are you watching it currently? Do you enjoy this season? Tell me, what do you think about this couple I've mentioned? Add your own opinions, your own comments. What do you think? I will be reading your comments. I'll be responding to them. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. Please do make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and tell everyone about this channel. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you. See you next time, guys. Bye for now.